Let me begin actually with the question about the low interest rate and the extent to which that is to blame. We've had periods in which we've had low interest rates without bubbles. When we had good regulation in the years after World War II. So low interest rates do not necessarily lead to bubbles. One way I think about it is the following. If a firm came to you and said, the reason I lost so much money that I was selling, I did such a bad job is my workers decided that they were willing to work at a low wage. And that was the reason my profits were low and I messed up. What would you say to the firm? You would say, what? You're complaining about low wages? Well, what's the major input to banks, financial system? It's capital. And they're complaining today, they're blaming the Fed because it gave them capital at too low a price. That kind of argument is itself a reason why we should be worried about the financial system. If they had done their job, and they didn't, if they had done their job, taken that low-cost capital, allocated it well to create factories, to go into research, we would be having a boom now all over the world. The money could have been channeled to help developing countries that need high return investments in developing countries. So the fundamental problem was that they allowed the banks to misallocate the capital, to channel it, didn't see that a bubble was forming. In fact, because they believed that there were no such things as bubbles. So it was the failure of the Fed, but in its role as a regulatory authority, not in its role of failing to follow the Taylor rule.